Hello guys, what is up? It's Spooky Noodles, your boy, and we are back with another book tag video. I had to re-record this because I said the wrong thing. I said book mail and I immediately regretted it because I'm like, this isn't a book mail. So anyways, this is the last 10 books tag. So here we go. Questions. The last book you didn't finish. My answer to that is Wrath James White's The Resurrectionist. Now, I do plan to pick this up at another time, so I don't know if this is technically a DNF then, but I do want to reread this, well, not reread it, but finish where I left off. And yeah, so I really hope to get back to it, but right now I'm going to consider it a DNF because it just kind of got repetitive a little bit there, and I was wondering, like, how much more can we see her, do stuff. I can't explain what it is, but, because I don't want to ruin it, but, yeah, so, moving on, number 2, the last book you reread. So I've only reread 2 books, and I believe the last one I reread was Carrie. And I might reread it for a third time. I'm not really sure, because every time I read this book, I love it, then I forget about it, then I don't remember a single thing about it. So I feel like I want to reread Carrie, because it was my first Stephen King book. So yeah. So there you go. The last book you bought. So I originally wrote Gord Rollo's Jigsaw Man. But since then, I bought more books, since I wrote this down last night. I'm really bad about this. So, the book that I bought last is changed. I bought Amara by Richard Lehman, but I don't think that was the last book I bought. I think, actually, the last book I bought... Ooh, sorry for the crack in my jaw. The last book I bought was Daniel Barnett's... Poor Little Things. I think that's what it's called. Poor Little Things. I can't remember the name of the book, but it's by Daniel Barnett, and supposedly it's a coming-of-age story, so I'm very, very excited about it. It sounds awesome, but Gord Rollo's Jigsaw Man hasn't gotten here yet, but I'm excited for that one too. So here we go. Number 4, the last book you said you read but didn't. So my answer to this is what? I'm pretty sure I've read every book that I have read. I don't know if this actually... I am a fairly new reader, so I can easily track everything I've read. So, yeah. So anyways, number 5. The last book you wrote in the margins of. So again, I don't know what that means. So, like, is it asking me what book I wrote in? Because I don't write in books. Or is it asking me, like, the last book you wrote in the margins of? Or is it asking me, like, a book that I wrote, like, if I wrote a book, which book is it similar to? Is that the question? I'm not really sure. Symbiotic is a lot like every coming-of-age story I've ever read. That might not be a good thing to say, but, yeah. I don't write in books, and if you're asking me if I write a book and what can I compare it to, I guess I can compare my book Symbiotic to both Carrie and and I guess you could say Tony Urban's The Woods Are Dark. So, yeah, sorry if I drew a blank there and just was silent for a few seconds there. I totally blanked out for a second there. Anyways, number 6, the last book you had signed. So, as you know, I have a whole shelf of signed books by authors because I love to support authors in that way. And when I die, people are going to be like, wow, this Nick kid knew a lot of famous authors. So, yeah. So, the last book I bought is by my favorite author of all time, Ronald Kelly, and the book I bought was called Irish Gothic. It's signed by him and even has his own artwork in it. It's really cool. I intend to read it probably next St. Patrick's Day. I know it's so far away, but it's not St. Patrick's Day anymore, so I want to read it when St. Patrick's Day is going on. Then you have I have all the Ronald Kelly books signed, honestly. I think there's maybe a few, like Cumberland Furnace, I think I may or may not own. I'm not really sure. I have, like, the Essential Six stuff, which has all the Six stuff he wrote. Like, he wrote 3 books of Six stuff, and then he released the Essential Six stuff from Silver Shamrock Publishing. So I'm guessing that means I own them all, maybe. I may or may not own them all. Excuse me. But I am keeping up to date, that's for sure. Because I bought all the last 3 books he's been writing. He's been cranking out books like crazy. So shout out to Ronald Kelly, man. He's a real one. So anyways, number 7, The Last Book You Lost. Oh my gosh, it's this freaking book. I literally lost it again today, and that's Night Show by Ronald Kelly. I'm currently reading this book, and every time I go to read it, it just vanishes, and then I don't know where it is, and I find it like hours later when I can't read anymore, when I don't have that time to read. So this book is the last book I lost. It's very recently lost, too. I've lost it like 3 times in the past 4 days, so yeah, crazy. But yeah, this sucker just runs away from me, honestly. So I'm on chapter 9, 61, and yeah, that's where I am with Night Show. So number 8. Is my dog outside? Oh, anyways, the last book you had to replace. Oh boy, so this one was Grady Hendrix's My Best Friend's Exorcism. I have the audiobook, but I decided to go and buy the I got the audiobook for free because I'm an Audible member, or is that what it is? I don't know. Anyways, I got it for free, the audiobook, and I decided to go and purchase the book because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna like it. It's a female coming of age story, and the last female coming of age story I read was really good, so I figure, I gotta read this one because everyone says it's really good. As you can see, I got that redneck looking hair, so I apologize for that. I look kind of like a rat in some places. I am sorry. I am ugly. I cannot help it. So, number 9, the last book you had an argument over. Oh, I hate having arguments about books. What's the point of arguing about books? My opinion is not better than yours, and your opinion is not better than mine. Like, why would we even argue about books? But honestly, I have gotten in an argument before, and that was about William W. Johnstone's Bats. I said it was bad, someone said it was good, they challenged my opinion and told me to prove why it's bad, and it's like, it's my opinion, dude. Why do I have to prove anything? In fact, why don't you prove? Why is the burden to prove it on me? Like, prove to me it's good then. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why I even got into the argument, I get some arguments sometimes, people just calling me names here on YouTube, and honestly, I just ignore them usually, or I reply something funny. I never really get into arguments, but I remember getting in an argument about William W. Johnstone's William W. Johnstone's Bats. Everyone says it's a really great book, and I just don't like it that much. So that's just me, though. And I know it's my opinion, but I thought, for some reason that day, I was like, I have to defend my honor, and this person is disagreeing with me. How dare they, And, yeah, it was bad. They initiated the argument, though, but, whatever. Anyways, number 10, the last question here for the last 10 books tag, is the last book you couldn't get a hold of. So, yeah, the last book I couldn't get a hold of was Ronald Malfi's December Park. This book was impossible to find, and I think it's out of print, or it was just reprinted. I'm not really sure. December Park seemingly vanished, and I didn't know where it went, but I bought a copy for like $30, and haven't even read it yet, but supposedly it's a really good coming-of-age story, and like your boy Nick has to have like every coming-of-age story that's ever existed that has to do with horror, that is. Your boy owns them all, seriously. Like, if they advertise it as a coming-of-age story, I own it, and I'm really happy about that because, I like being known as the kid or the guy who likes coming of age stories. That kind of sounds sketchy, actually, now that I think about it. But I'm not a sketchy person, I promise. Here comes the bad boy music. Oh no. Yeah. I'm very, very happy with this tag, how this tag turned out. I hope you liked my answers. Yeah, so like I said, I'm currently reading this book, but I am considering taking a break from it to read something else for a little while. I don't really know. I'm going to read the next chapter probably, and if I just don't feel like it, I'm going to put it down for a while and then pick it back up when I am interested in it. I do have so many books to review, so, or not reviewed technically. I don't have any books for review. Like, I haven't been given any free books except for, well, actually one. I got 2 books for free, and that was from a contest. Actually, I got another book in a contest now that I'm thinking about it. So I got 2 books in Josh's contest, and since those were given to me for free, I feel not obligated, but I really want, well, maybe a little obligated, but I really want to read it because it's by an author I know, and it sounds like a really good book. I guess I do feel a little obligated because I was given it for free, you know, and every time I get a book from somebody, and they're always like asking me like, how'd you like this book? How'd you like this book? I'm like, I haven't even gotten around to reading it. You know, I feel bad all the time, but I'm definitely a mood reader, and whatever I'm in the mood for, I read. You know what I'm saying? I was really in the mood for some Richard Lehman not too long ago, and that's why I started reading Night Show. But that being said, I'm starting to fall out of that Richard Lehman craze I all of a sudden was going off on. And I am, like I said, 61 pages into this book, and yeah, I'm really enjoying it, but at the same time, I can see it getting boring. Like, I feel like there's some boring chapters to come. So, just to talk about, like, the aftermath of everything, you know. And then it will happen again, and then we'll be all scared again. But right now, I think we're about to go into a little fallback between, anyways, I don't want to talk about it. I don't know if it's going to actually happen, but it can happen. That's what I'm saying. And it looks like it's going to happen. So that's why I'm kind of wanting to put it down for a second. But then part of me knows I'll enjoy it more if I just bulldoze through it, you know? So I don't know. I'm still just deciding. So yeah, that's my last 10 books tag. I don't know what to say here. I'm reading Richard Lehman's Night Show. I'm waiting for a bunch of books to show up on my doorstep or in my mailbox. So, yeah. I did also, your boy bought some Godless gear. If you don't know what Godless is, go check out godless.com. There you'll find horror books, great horror books by some great authors. I really highly recommend Godless because it's not Amazon. They also sell their paperbacks, or ebooks, I should say, for very cheap. So, especially they're exclusive. So, go check out that, you know, or go check that out, I should say. Yeah. What else do I say? I've already shouted out Godless. I have a story coming out soon. I don't know when, but it should be coming out on Godless. And that is a book, or a novelette, called The Woman Shrouded in Flies by Nicholas Gray. It should come out soonish, but I don't want to make any promises because, you know, right now all it is editing, you know, which I find to be the easiest. My editor probably thinks it's the hardest part because it's her part, but but I'm really excited about it. I think it's going to be a really good story. I think a lot of people are going to like it. But it is a gamble type story, you know. It's my first gamble story. It's one of those, like, take it or leave it type stories. Like, either you love it or you hate it type thing. So, we'll see. But, anyways, I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope you have a spooky night. That was my little tag video. And I hope you have a great day. Peace out.